स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने।
एक पवित्र सी हवा बहेगी
उज्जवल उज्जवल हो भारत
कोना कोना निर्मल होगा
विश्व कहेगा जय भारत।
जाग उठेंगे भाग्य हमारे स्वच्छ बनेगा ये भारत।
स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने वादा ये वादा कर लिया हमने ये वादा कर लिया हमने ये वादा कर लिया
Sounds of the Veena. Listen to the music. Isn't the music beautiful? Now think of the instrument, the Bobbili Veena, made from a single piece of jackwood. This world-famous musical instrument, the Bobbili Veena, was invented in the tiny town of Bobbili in the 17th century. 4 centuries later, Bobbilli continues to surprise. Think of it like this. In this day and age, can you imagine your life without plastic bags? Or better still, can you imagine a whole town without plastic bags? Where other cities like Delhi have tried and failed, this small town in Andhra Pradesh has totally stopped using plastic bags. This is a story of Bobbilli town and its citizens who banned the use of plastic bags in 2011. But they were wise enough to understand that a plastic bag ban alone could not result in a clean city. So, along with this, they started working on a systematic approach to dealing with the town's garbage. If you're wondering what a small town with less resources than big cities can do, then learn a few good things from Bobbilli. It's only 25 square kilometers, smaller than the prized Lutyens Delhi, with just 56,819 people. But don't discount this tiny town. In 2008, no one could have imagined Bobbilli's rich musical legacy. The town lay mired in neglect. The streets were dirty, just like many small towns in the country. Waste littered the streets, garbage heaps were not cleared regularly, and drains were often blocked with polythene bags. Then, in 2009, the municipality decided it was time for some action.
2009 లోపల దాని మూలన mosquito breeding పెరిగేది, fever cases పెరిగేవి.
Before 2009, the drains were filled and there was a lot of garbage. There were a lot of diseases that were reported in the town. During the rainy season, there was water stagnation and water contamination, which led to malaria, chikungunya, and many other diseases.
Chikungunya, dengue లాంటివి diseases.
In the face of widespread diseases caused by inefficient waste management, the municipality changed its waste management strategy completely. Attention shifted to increasing manpower, purchasing new vehicles and equipment for solid waste processing, and help in the form of grants was sought from the 12th Finance Commission. Simultaneously, an intensive IEC or Information, Education and Communication awareness programs organized to sensitize the public on waste management and sanitation. Programs on Swachh Bharat and waste management for children were also conducted post 2014. Door-to-door waste collection was initiated in June 2011. It encouraged source segregation of waste into wet and dry, a secondary segregation at the municipal level, and final transference to a solid waste management park. The concept of solid waste management park was the first of its kind in the country. The project had several goals in mind towards effective waste management. These included 100% door-to-door collection of solid waste, effective implementation of the solid waste management rules, revenue generation from solid waste. An integrated solid waste management strategy was used, combining all the important aspects of a holistic waste management system. This included door-to-door waste collection covering 100% of the town, a ban on polythene bags, effective transportation, processing of solid wastes, composting, biogas production, clean and green program. The municipality passed a resolution banning polythene bags with effect from 1st August 2011, just a few months after the plastic waste management and handling rules were notified. Prior to the ban, the municipality conducted awareness camps involving traders, self-help groups and general public, and also organized rallies, songs and dramas by school children in order to motivate people on the ill effects of polythene bags.
I am a shopkeeper in this market and we don't use plastic bags anymore because we also need to contribute towards environment, and we now have switched to jute bags and we tell everyone to do the same.
The markets today are plastic bag free and everyone is supporting this initiative. They have convinced themselves that if you have the right attitude, it's not hard to bring about change. It also imposed fines of up to Rs 500 if people were found disposing solid waste on the streets. The civic body launched a door-to-door campaign and supplied 2 baskets, one for wet and the other for dry waste, for collection of garbage at the doorstep. Orange bins were designated for collection of dry waste and blue bins for wet waste. The door-to-door collection was conducted on the basis of a route map system and an audible siren system.
I am collecting waste since last 6 years. I segregate waste every day and put wet waste in separate bins and dry waste in different bins. This will keep the town clean.
The entire municipal area was divided into 9 routes, each route covering 3 wards. Autos, tractors, tippers and push carts were provided for every route. This system facilitated total coverage, problem identification and its resolving. The quantity of solid waste generated in Bobbili has increased steadily over time. Presently, the town produces 5,302 metric tons of solid waste per year. By proper drain cleaning and debris removal, the quantum of waste was reduced from 21 tons per day to 14 tons per day. The waste is of all kinds. About 80% of the total waste is organic in nature and biodegradable. Paper, glass, bottles, cans, metals, certain plastics constitute recyclable waste. Construction and demolition waste, dirt, rocks and debris come from building activity. As part of door-to-door collection, workers collect waste from shops and other commercial establishments and areas each day. A notable achievement is near 100% segregation of collected waste. Waste segregation is at 12% at households, 86% by the municipal authority and the remaining 2% at the compost park. Besides complete segregation, the new model addresses the problem of inadequate transportation. There is one transfer station with centralized facilities where waste is unloaded from smaller collection vehicles and reloaded onto a larger vehicle for transportation to a disposal or processing site. The Solid Waste Management Park is the program's pride. A processing site spread across 8.5 acres, it is located about 4.5 kilometers away from the city. In operation since June 2011, it houses sheds for waste processing. Its 4 sheds house a biocompost yard, vermicompost yard, dry waste yard and an office room respectively. Wet waste is sent for biocomposting while dry waste is sent for recycling.
పార్క్ ఉందండి. ఆ పార్క్లో టోటల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ అన్ ఎక్స్టెంట్ ఆఫ్ 10 acres టోటల్ పార్క్.
The park has various facilities ranging from a dry waste hub
డ్రై వేస్ట్ షెడ్స్, వెట్ వేస్ట్
to a compost shed
కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేసి
and a vermicompost shed.
అంతాను
We have biogas chambers, and all the biogas that is produced is used in generating electricity and other activities in the park.
వేస్ట్ వాటర్ని బయోగ్యాస్ ప్లాంట్కి డైవర్ట్ చేసి ప్లాంట్ కూడా ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసి వర్మి కంపోస్ట్ తయారు చేయడం కూడా జరిగేది.
In the municipality, there are 6 beds with a capacity of 70 kilograms each to produce 420 kilograms of biocompost. The aerobic method of pipe composting is used to create compost. Every day, 2.5 tons of wet waste goes to the beds for processing. Each biocompost bed is filled for about 28 days. Then the waste goes to the next bed. With the help of a pulverizer, large pieces of waste are converted to small pieces for easy processing. The waste is put on top of the old compost, which is then covered with a tarpaulin, and then the aerated pipes are put from the top. The process takes 40 to 45 days for the compost to get ready. The compost is then used for agricultural purposes. One shed is used for vermicompost at the Solid Waste Management Park. It has 6 beds with a capacity of 150 kilograms each and 10 beds with a capacity of 100 kilograms each. The beds are laid with sand and stones at the bottom, followed by cow dung and water. One bed is prepared with 20 kilograms of cow dung and 19 liters of water as raw material. Partially decomposed cow dung and water from the biocomposting shed is used as a raw material to prepare vermicompost. The worms are added on top of the bed and eventually, post 3 days, the compost can be sieved and is packed, which is best used for gardening. The municipality has also established a biogas plant with the help of a 50% subsidy from the NetCap Foundation. Each unit has a capacity of 7 cubic meters. Cow dung is mixed with biocompost leachate for biogas production. Input of 50 liters of leachate is mixed with 50 kilograms of cow dung. The same quantity of output will come from the biogas unit. Biogas is being used to generate electricity and all the lights are running through the generator. The dry waste hub is especially run using the biogas. Presently, methane or CH4, which is produced, is also being used for cooking for workers. A green belt has been planted around the park to reduce pollution as trees absorb gases and particulate matter. This is a fine example for other cities too. Presently, the urban local body bears the entire operational costs from its municipal general funds. Present revenue generation is negligible in the form of rupees 48,000 as user charges are almost nil for sale of compost. Will be a crucial step in encouraging other small towns in adopting smart waste management systems like Bobbili.